Well, I can speak to numbers and what the media here is saying. Uh, every state is opening up to varying degrees. And people are conflicted about it. Interestingly enough, the media, some of the states that were quicker to open up, like Florida, Texas, and Georgia, the American media was saying, oh, it's going to be a disaster. There's going to be a lot of death and destruction and illness as a result of opening up too soon. Well, that was almost a month ago, and it turns out that on a per capita basis, they are doing better, both in terms of infections and in terms of hospitalization and in terms of death, than are the real militant lockdown states like California, Michigan, Illinois, and New York. So the American public is starting to realize there is a tension between what the media was saying and the reality. Americans are coming to understand that risk of illness is not evenly distributed across society. It isn't. It's overwhelmingly concentrated towards older folks. In this country, more than a third of all deaths have been people that were in nursing homes. Over 85% have been people over 70. So if you protect those groups, the risk is fairly minimal throughout the rest of society. And that's what those states that have opened up early have done, is protected those groups and done so vigorously. And the states that have just kind of protected the public at large with one-size-fits-all lockdowns haven't fared as well. So the American public is seeing that what isn't working and is in the process of processing that right now.
Just on to Donald Trump, there was quite a moment this week when he admitted to the use of hydroxychloroquine. I'm wondering what the reaction has been since then, and has there been a big uptake in it?
Well, hydroxychloroquine, like everything else that Donald Trump does, it's going to be politicized one way or the other. That's just the nature of the beast, for better or worse. President Trump has taken it. There was certainly for about 48 hours there was a big media firestorm, and it was headline news. It seems to have faded now. I mean, unless something happens to him, or or studies are done which conclusively prove that it does work. And that's all very mixed right now. It doesn't look like it's very effective for people with late stage COVID-19, but there's reason to believe that in the early stages it may be efficacious, but it hasn't been demonstrated. But unless Donald Trump dies of it, the sexiness of that story is kind of faded.
Would you be taking it?
I'm not. See, I really don't. No, but for a different reason. Because I'm only 47 years old and I'm very fit and I don't have any underlying health conditions. So the odds of me getting very sick or dying are very low. So why go and put a chemical in your body that isn't any fun? I'm in the alcohol business. So unless it's a fun chemical, there's no real reason to.